You run your law firm making big decisions based on data and intelligence, which leads us to the Jumbotron Principle. Maybe you could just share with us what that means to your law firm and how that is so critical to your success.
Before 2007, I was running my law firm like this. Imagine going to a football game and sitting in the stands and watching the plays, and looking up at the Jumbotron on the board, and it was black. No data. You didn't know how much time was left. You didn't know the quarter. You didn't know the score. You know who had points. You knew nothing. That's how I was running my firm. And when John came and implemented a full-blown Jumbotron, I saw the score. I knew what I had to do to get down the field. I set goals to win the game and to get a certain number of cases and a certain number of revenue and a certain number of average fee and a certain this and that. And I was able to really run my business by the numbers. And I wasn't doing it before. And we just saw the numbers go like this, just go straight up, because I was able to make good decisions. Everything we do, I can't think of a single department, a single employee that's not run by numbers. And we're looking at our budget, and we're looking at our goals, and we're looking at our percentages, and we know which teams are doing good, which teams are not, which teams are, we'll go to the nitty gritty. Like, you settle a case on day one, how many days to get the release, how many days to get the money, how many days to get it referred out, settled out with the client. And every team's different. And we show them, here are your numbers. And here's the average. You want to be below the average or above the average? That's how you motivate people. You show them. Most firms just let them do whatever they want. So when people call me and say, will you coach me? I say, yeah, let me ask you a question. What's your average fee? I don't know. Well, how long does it take for a case to get through your firm? I don't know. Well, do you know who your best performers are? Well, I think so. And I'll ask 3 or 4 or 5 questions, and I'll be able to tell right there if their Jumbotron is blank, like mine was. Or they'll say, well, yeah, we settle everything. Okay, what's your average settlement versus filing a lawsuit? Or what percentage of your cases do you file a lawsuit? Nobody knows the answers to this. I know it to the decimal point. But once they start looking at it, they realize that if they filed more lawsuits, their fees would double. We litigate 60% of the cases, and we bring in $70-something million a year in fees. But my next competitor might bring in a quarter of that. Why? Because everybody's just looking for the easy settlement. Everybody calls me through Fireproof and says, we want to be like your firm. I said, well, okay, but it's not easy. You're gonna have to file more lawsuits. You're gonna have to know your numbers. You're gonna have to do a lot of things. And a lot of certain people are lazy and they just don't want to put in the work. So the data, everybody's got it. It's just not organized in a way that they can use it. So through the Fireproof Jumbotron process, either we'll do your data for you, John will create the spreadsheets for your law firm. You'll send us the data, we populate it, we give it to you on your weekly meetings, and you're able to look at how everything is, and they just freak out. And then they're like me, and they become addicted, and they can't make a decision without data. And that's our goal, is to get everybody looking at the numbers to make wise decisions, not make decisions in the dark like I was doing for so many years. And good things have to come.